Yeah. That's more like it. This is how long I've not had my PS3 on. It's
Wait, no. Don't you realize the time has come for us to join forces?
This is what we do while we're waiting for an update. I'm just gonna do some openings here. It's gonna get really ugly. Sorry, picking peanuts out of my teeth. I'm picking peanuts out of shit. You've seen these on previous shows, so I'm just gonna open them all up. But the thing is that I am running out of space. Okay. There's my 3 teams of ride-ons, by the way. 3 teams of ride-ons. That's all I need. But I am running out of space, and I have a bunch of cars what need to be relocated and other stuff done to. So at some point very soon, I'm going to have a thing where I open all, I guess, 6 boxes of cars. Oh my gosh. It's just too much. It's too much. Do you see what it is? And it's, you could say, keep these in the package, which is an even bigger pain in the butt. I don't have any space to adequately put them away, which means I have to go through at least Lord. Hey, welcome back. All right, little mental fit over with. Sure it is. I am going to open this one right here because I want to talk about the fact that I am kind of keeping track of what I see coming out and what I like versus, and what I buy and bring home versus what I think is maybe not the best cars going. Currently, my top 3 cars in terms of, and what we're talking about here is 99 centers, okay? Matchbox and Hot Wheels, and I'll even add Zuru in there if they want to compete, because it seems like they do. But these cars, these are absolutely and without doubt the best in this scale and this price. My top 3 cars are all Matchbox. That's not to say that Hot Wheels hasn't done anything nice, and I'm going to take a look at something that I really considered kind of cool here in a second that they've done. But I did want to talk. I wanted to talk about the great Holly truck fight. This was hanging on a peg because I just told my nephew this story. This was hanging on a peg, and it was at Walmart, I think, and somebody had already dealt, the death blow to the package. If you can see here, there was some, somebody pushed this in with their thumb and they crushed down the bubble because obviously they want this and they're going to take it out of the packaging because it's already got a pedestal that names what it is. I do like the packaging. I do like the Holly Carburetor Company thing, and I'll probably just, kind of cut that off. But I have no devotion to Holly necessarily. I'm more a Studebaker fan, okay? So this, I reach up and I'm like, oh, cool. And I take it off the peg, right? And as I'm reaching up, I see this frail other hand coming up like this. I mean, a millisecond too slow, Grandpa. And I was like, huh. And I grabbed it and I looked at it. I took it off the peg and I looked at it because I knew there were these two old scorchers, man. They were there to clean a house. They were grabbing everything. Everything that was M2. And I grabbed it instead. And he was like really bummed and let the whole aisle know what I had done. So be careful out there, everybody. If you see a guy with a mohawk and coming through in a first 117 thing, he's gonna grab the merchandise before you because he's a freak and you know. I'm sorry to be this closely descriptive of them. But next topic, my wife brought this home, and I am going to open this up, and we're going to take a look at this really quick. Because this is one of the ones that I kind of feel like Hot Wheels has delivered on. So let's take a closer look at it. Let's take it out of the package. Wow, that one fell apart nicely. Plastic here, cardboard there. Anyway, let me turn it around and let's take a look. Well, let's take a look at the old desk here. Essentially, what I'm looking for in a dollar car now is really the best of what they're going to offer. And if things are not the way I want them, you know, I'm not bringing that car home. And one of the things that's really important to me is that they finish the detailing. I don't know what the rhyme or the reason is. It doesn't go by car maker. It doesn't go by any sort of reasoning whatsoever. But sometimes they'll finish a car, and other times they really don't. By finishing, I mean having some sort of a wash over any radiators in the front. In this case, when you take a look at this up close, okay, in that grill to either side, and I'm going to have to look at real pictures of the front end of this car, but I would believe that these would be just slightly darker if they took a little bit of a gray wash. And this is right now, this is just nitpicking on this particular car, okay? I'm not saying that this car gets points off for any of this so far, but if they'd have put a little bit of a gray wash in there to add some depth. I do like the black in the grill work here, okay? Looking closer at the badge area, the paint not rolling down or rolling too far down on the lip, but it's not all the lines. It's just sort of that center line. It's really kind of a smudge. The badge looks good, and from a distance, the lighting can be seen as a sort of a standout in the construction of the vehicle, okay? And I do like all of the aerodynamic cuts that they made to this body and etc. And on the back end, if you take a look, they really, really, really finished it out nicely, okay? This is important to me, and this is a 99-cent car. This is not any anything strange. I'm keeping Chris's sticker in frame because he's just a wonderful guy. If you all can, Please go become Facebook friends with the Ecto QRU. That's what this says right here. Facebook.com, the Ecto QRU, Ghostbusters Quick Response Unit 13A. I gotta tell you, this is one of my favorite people right now. You are on our minds every day, Chris. Anyway, we love you. He created our characters that I use in our thumbnails all the time. And he sent us a box recently. And this is not how you have to get on camera, by the way, people. Don't send us stuff. We don't want stuff. We have too much stuff. And we're trying to work out ways and tell you ways of how to get rid of your stuff or store your stuff better. So anyway, Chris just sent us a little box of goodies that he was thinking of us, and he found it at flea markets and cons that he was at recently. Thank you very much, Chris. Anyway, back to the car. I'm not looking for this kind of detail in the premiums and etc. I think that just goes by. That should go by rote that you should be buying a quality product there, okay? But the little nicks in the paint. Sorry, my fingers are so jacked up. I need a manicure really bad. But the little nicks in the paint, that's kind of, I'll take it as kind of race wear. I don't mind that so much. But the smudge and the roll down in the front, it looks terrible. Okay? By comparison, if you bring into view here the other ones I really kind of dig, which are the Matchbox. These are my top 3 for the year right now. Now, I may add, I'm sorry to be banging things around. I may add this Lotus into it because I'm looking for a top 10 by the end of the year. But the detailing on the front end of this Alfa Romeo is outstanding. And I am not necessarily an Alfa Romeo fan, but it's a sharp looking paint job. They got the front end detailing and the badge right. They got the back end lighting and all of the other details right. They have this beautiful exhaust bar off the base. And I am just super impressed with this. Now, in the same series, I think. And well, these have all come out this year, but this is the Audi TT. I think the interior looks great. The front end is awesome. They kind of dusted it with some dry brush and brought out the grille versus the background. I don't mind that the background is red. From a distance, it looks like grill work. And they really kind of tried to do the back end, but it's a red on red. They hit the badge, they hit the series and all of that on the back end, and they did hit the lighting. But you know, red on red, it never looks awesome, especially against my red background. And the Porsche Cabriolet, which again, the paint job and the wheel choice to go with the paint job, the completion of the back end and the front end, getting the badge right. It's just outstanding work. These 3 are without doubt my favorite so far this year. And it's all Matchbox. All of it's Matchbox. So let's go, Hot Wheels. Show me something, because outside of, you know, the Batmobile and such, I am struggling to think of one car made by the Hot Wheels part of Mattel that does anything close to what's come out of these three. I have no idea. Well, I can't put anybody on behind me on the TV here because I gotta scan with my mobile device and do a bunch of other stupid crap. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. But I guess I'm gonna not be able to have people on and back of me. This PS3 is just turning into a stolid old gaming unit, and it better not need anything to access what it needs to play games, or I'm going to throw it out a window. And I'll film it for the channel, so don't worry, you won't miss it. You won't miss a thing, I promise. Okay, well, given that that's all a failure, let's see what else we can do, shall we? Yes, we shall. Since it is raining like crazy out there, we're gonna open a water-bound version of Batman. I don't know a particular amount about this, other than it comes from what they call a one-off, which means that the whole story was in one issue. And I know that one issue is amazingly expensive, so I probably won't see it in my lifetime. But, oh, hold on, I don't have my knife. Hang on. Ah, there it is. Just magically appears. So, where was I? Oh, excuse me. We have pollen. We have my allergies are going crazy out here. Anyway, what we have here is what they call a variant. This is from Earth 11 or Earth 2. Not really certain which the designation was, but the story is kind of much cooler. In this universe, Batman / Bruce Wayne is actually female. And from what I understand, she makes a suit so she can go underwater. And then she kills Aquaman and takes the throne of Atlantis. And she has the power to breathe underwater at that point. And I mean, it gets crazy. And I really would love to read the story, but I'm not going to pay for the one-off. And they really haven't sort of reissued it very much or often in terms of putting it in a book or something like that. So anyway, this character I found to be kind of intriguing. That Gotham City gets flooded, and in retribution, Batman goes after everybody in Atlantis and ends up getting the power to breathe underwater and all of this other cool stuff. I want to read the story, but I'm not gonna hunt down the comic. Anyway, this was a figure that the first time I saw it on the peg, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. And it's It's probably not to everybody's taste because the figure, you know, just sort of drowned in obscurity, if you will, and I'm not making a pun there. It really fell off, and at one point, I know Andre got one on Amazon that I told him about for $6, I think. Paid $5 or $6. He'll comment below, I'm sure. I do like the way these are packaged because you can take the plastic out of it pretty easily. But this crap where they kind of hedge in your little trading card is a pain in the nuggets, and getting the action stand out is always a pain in the stones. But we'll see. So I'm just gonna have to make a move to get my card because I want my card, and I need my action stand for this one. She's gonna need the stand, I'm sure. All right. The little trading card is pretty cool. Here, let's see, get the glare off of it. They give you a little bit of artwork from the original work here. Wow, these hands coming up from the depths. And it gives you kind of a little bit of a blurb on the back there. You know, pause if you want to screen it up or whatever. But anyway, data file. And a stalwart DC embossed action stand for McFarlane, because some of the figures really do need the damn action stand to look good. Hey, find you later. Sea turtle feed. Find you later. By that I mean that the little pieces end up going everywhere, and then I end up finding them. Cluing all of you new viewers and non-regular viewers into some of our jokes around here. I think I got all of the necessary lockdowns. This will come right out, so I don't have to fight that. Cool. Unsightly. And then she's really... Okay. There was some tape. Okay. The only extra that she comes with, of course, is the what, I don't know what you call this, the staff of Atlantis, the trident, the trident of Atlantis, which she does have a hand to hold it. And then she's got an aha hand, you know, sort of a gesturing hand. But taking the figure out, let's zoom this in a little bit. Take a much closer look at her. I'm going to take the trident out of her hand. It's a little loose. I'm sure you could steady it with the other hand. But looking at this figure, I love the hair. Everything is supposed to be underwater in this. So, you know, a semi-static, using this as a statue, and almost, I do like the pose that it's in from out of the box. But let's go over everything. her face is awesome. Okay, there's some battle scar damage there, and the replacement of the eye with the infrared is really, really vicious looking. She is so evil looking, and she's got the necklace around her neck, which she stole from Atlantis. I do really dig all of the outfit with the almost seaweed, going down to seaweed around her waist. And you've got really cool texturing on the legs down to the stiletto heels, which actually in this case they really look neat and they make sense, because it's not having to run on them. I will say this for what it's worth. I do not think that high heel shoes are necessarily all that sexy. I don't come down on people who do, but let me tell you something. Women have been wearing some really ass uncomfortable shoes just to impress you guys. And you should show some appreciation for anyone who's learned how to do it. Okay, soapbox to the side, kicking back a little bit, just going over the articulation. The head is not going to move much because this hair mass is here to stay, okay? But the jacket is freeform from the body, and the sleeves are molded onto the arm. So there is a lot of movement on the upper arms that are available. You're not going to get all the way around on this right arm here because she's got hair in the way. But this hand would also, funny enough, I bet would hold the cosmic cube. Let's go across dimension. For real. Her waist is kind of sewn into her dress. This whole bodice part makes her just stiffer than a board on from the neck all the way down. So the only mobility you're getting in this character at all is going to be her arms. Her face has no expression, and her head has absolutely hardly no sass. You've got double bend knees, that's kind of okay to see if she's going to be swimming. I bet probably what I'll end up doing with this, instead of necessarily using the action stand to hold her in a stance, is that I will probably suspend her from the ceiling in a kind of a cool pose of some sort. It's really kind of unfortunate when you get all of this lower leg and leg mobility, and even they don't have dual elbows. She does not have dual elbow. Oh no, she got a double elbow over here and a single on this side. That's very interesting. Okay, pay attention, folks. There is a single joint on her left arm. And then when you go over to her right, she does have a proper double joint hand or elbow. So that's weird. But so take note. This is why we do these reviews for you. I'm sorry, Nazar, I'm gonna cop it just this once. We do it for y'all. Oh, man, that and Stephen Colbert's Is Potato are two of my favorite jokes right now. You've got double knees, and interestingly, you've got a sort of rocker ball action. No, it's simply like a weird rocker in there for the ankle. And then you do have toe articulation. So you can make these uncomfortable shoes look even more uncomfortable. Super. No. That's really odd. I don't know why they chose to put those camel ankles in there. Or at least just not to shroud them in something. But you really get a good look at the ankle. And it's something that you're going to see. All the pins and all of the rockers in here are very evident. I can see why this figure, didn't necessarily sell well. By the way, there's no thigh cut either whatsoever. So this is a very stationary figure. Okay. But that said, I'm absolutely in love with the character, the dark underwater Batman of a different world, taking vengeance on Atlantis for covering Gotham City in water. That's so intriguing to me. Anyway, there she is, the Batman from Earth 11. Way cool. Well, that's what I got here for you today, folks. Please remember, if you can, to hit the subscribe button, and or give us a like, maybe, if you liked what you saw. We would always encourage you to renew, reuse, and recycle, kind of like I'm gonna do, because my PS3 won't sign into the internet anymore. Well, gee whiz. That's too bad. Not. I still have my old friend, the Xbox, here. And I can still play Halo. Hi, Andre. Well, folks, that's it. Thank you very much for coming out here to the Monkey Shine Lab. And we will see you all again very, very soon. Please come back. Thanks.